What's up, everybody? This your boy Emmanuel Marthal, host of Life of a Filmmaker and Photographer. Come and take a walk with me. As you guys will see, I am an up-and-coming filmmaker and a photographer. You guys gonna see how my life is. Hey, what's up, everybody? I am your host, Emmanuel Marthal. Thank you for taking the time, sitting here, listening to my podcast, listening to me talk. I appreciate all the love. As you guys will see, this is a new show. I'm on Anchor, you guys. Like, your boy is on Anchor also. So as of right now, you guys can find me on Anchor. You guys can find me on SoundCloud, Life of a Filmmaker and Photographer. So I'm excited. It's like this is a new platform. This is this is completely different from the people that have been following me. This is like completely different from what I've been doing for my regular podcast on SoundCloud. I got background music, like woo-wee, it's dope. So thank you again. For those who are new, don't know who I am, let me introduce yourself who I am. Again, like I said, my name is Emmanuel Marthal. I'm from Chicago. I'm an up-and-coming filmmaker and photographer, as you guys can see. Not only I'm that, I'm also an entrepreneur too. Bona fide street hustler, street talker. Like I do it all. Like I'm a DP. I'm also an author. I'm working on my first children's book coming in this year, 2020. I'm working on my second movie, possibly a third movie this year. It's like, me making 2 movies in 1 year is like, man, that's gonna be an accomplishment right there, and a web series too. It's just like I got a lot of stuff going on. It's like, yeah, your boy is really doing. Another thing about me is I'm not from America. I wasn't born in America. I was born in a small island called Haiti. I came to America when I was 2 years old. And it was a different transition for me, because it's like, think about it. So, the first 2 years of your life, you in the island, you see people the same color as you. Some is darker than you, some is lighter than you. Average temperature, the weather-wise, was like between 80 to 120 degrees. Like on a cool night, it's 60 degrees, right? So when I came to America when I was 2 years old, we came in the wintertime. Why did we came in the wintertime? I wasn't prepared. Like when I came off the plane, I'm like, what the hell all this white stuff on the floor? I was like, it is cold. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad had one job to do. Bring us here safe and sound without being cold. But I mean, that's a little bit about that. We'll talk about that later. Also, you guys, I got a sponsor, not one but 2. I got some sponsorships on some phones. Everybody that knows me know I'm cheap. Like you ain't gonna see me pay no $1,000 for no phone. Like that ain't happening. That's no. So I got the Note 10, and I also got the Galaxy S10. That was the first sponsor, and the second sponsor sponsored me the iPhone XS. And I'm really a team Android, and this was like very new for me to try to figure out how to use an iPhone, and I'm still learning how to use this bad boy. It's just like, man, I got 3 phones and stuff. So people like, man, what you need with 3 phones? Easily, one phone, the Galaxy S10, that's for my personal, like family and close friends. The iPhone, that's for like people that's associates, people that friends, people I don't even know like that, you know, just people, you know, it's not really in my circle, and also like people that's in my circle who got an iPhone, they can FaceTime me, and then the Note 10, that's strictly business. That's like completely 100% all business. So, you know, that's how far. So I'm gonna do a review like on these phones real soon. And also, if you guys can find me on YouTube, I also got a YouTube channel that you guys can see me do a video. It's called Life of a Filmmaker and Photographer. So my podcast is my audio, YouTube is video, so you guys can see. And then on the YouTube, it's totally different from the podcast. The YouTube is I'm gonna be doing like a whole bunch of stuff that's behind the scenes, and you guys will see me on set. It's just like you'll see me doing like a whole bunch of stuff, and also I'm gonna be promoting a lot of my videos that I do. Like I also shoot music videos, and also forgot to tell you guys this. I also go by Manny. You know, Manny the money pusher. You know, I separate the two from Emmanuel. Emmanuel is more the corporate business person, you know, the creator, and then Manny is more of the artist. You know, like the artist, like as far as Manny is a comedian, actor, like motivation coach. You know, I'm also motivation, inspiration. I mean, literally, I do it all. Like, there's nothing that I can't, as far as entertainment, that I can't do. You know, like when I first started off before I became a filmmaker, I had my own record label called Vitamin E Records, Vitamin E Entertainment. That's still my company, Vitamin E Entertainment. And I also got a filmmaking company called Emmanuel Martha Films. So those two are my babies. You know, my first two babies before my son was born. You know, and so as I was like when I start, ooh, this is a nice beat. Yeah. I'm listening to this. Let y'all listen to it. Ooh. Oh man, this literally brings me back to times like when I was in college, when I used to have my own radio show that's promoting underground artists, and it's just like, man, I'm like, feel like I'm back in my zone, like my element. This feels good. I'm over here to dance. All I need is a fine woman right here dancing with me, maybe twerking a little bit too, but that's a different story. But yeah, it's just like the whole thing. Like, you know, I started off from having my own record label in Chicago. I had my record label since I was 19, for like 19 to 29, just doing music, and I was a producer too. And it was stressful, you know, dealing with artists, and I just lost passion for it, honestly. Like, I was burnt out from it, and I didn't want to do music anymore, you know, like I didn't have the passion for it. And so I just became a regular person, you know, and filming just fall in my lap, you know. So I'm gonna go in details about how I became a filmmaker on the next show. I'm kind of breathing a little bit hard right now because I just came off from being sick. Like, literally, I was gone from work for a whole week. Like, I had the flu. I had a whole bunch of, like, literally, I was so sick. Only thing I could do was lay in bed and just be on social media. I was, like, tired. Like, I was worn out, drained, sick, throwing up, you know. So it was just like, that's how I am, but I'm recovering. So, you know, tonight would be the first day I come back to work. You know, I work nights. I'm a supervisor, so it's not it's cool. It's a nice stepping stone for me, for what I want to do for my next life, in my what I want to do. Just in case, it's pretty much a backup plan. Like, my career, my passion is really filmmaking, the entertainment business. That's where my heart is. That's where my passion. My 9-to-5 job is the way I see it is, it's funding my business. You know, like, I spend a lot of money on equipment, and it was pretty much due because of my job, you know. So I make pretty good money, you know. It can be stressful, you know. Like, I mean, technically it is stressful, you know, dealing with a lot of people, especially dealing with people who don't want you to succeed, you know. Like, I mean, my job, I got a lot of haters. I'm not gonna lie about that, you know, but just not gonna let that hurt me or deter me. It's like focus, you know. Like, my 2020 vision for this year is being focused, you know. Like, I've been told ever since I was young, Manuel, when you focus, can't nobody touch you. You unstoppable. So my goal is this year is to be focused and be consistent with it. So once a week, you guys will be hearing my podcast. I will be doing something productive as far as my passion, my craft, bettering myself. And that is like totally my goal, is because people say is when you do it for 28 straight days, it become a habit. You don't think about it, it's become who you are. So that's what I'm doing. And also going to the gym, lose my weight, you know. Like, my goal is to lose 50 pounds before May, you know, before my birthday. My birthday, May 8th, just in case if anybody want to get me something for my birthday, you know. So I am size 12, extra large on shirts, you know, pants 30. I will be 38, waist 38 and stuff. So just if I also like electronics and gadget. I'm a gadget electronic person, and I take, you know, donations. I also would take, hey, if you want to help me buy some equipment, hey, that's cool too. I take that also. Yeah. Also, I just bought me this beautiful lens. It's a Sigma 18-35. It is so crispy. Like, the lens is so sharp, and it's like, yo, you guys have no idea. When I start filming my second movie this year, later on this year, it's gonna be great. Like, the quality. Like, my first movie that I made is called Open Windows Second Chance. I love it. I was passionate. I was all into it. Like, I wrote the script, directed. My boy Mike Watson, shout out to Mike Watson. He was the DP, and he also helped me. He did the sounds, and you know, and it was like, you got two people who's pretty much brand new as far as being filmed. A lot of stuff we messed up in my first movie, and it was a learning lesson, because they always say, like, your first project is not going to be your best project. But to me, it's just my first project is my best project. Like, the quality may not be there, but it was just like, yo, to this day, that was the best cast that I ever had. Like, hands down, I ain't never had a best cast like that. Like, then after I did my first movie, I put it in theaters, and to see a whole bunch of people there, like, we sold out my movie premiere. Like, the movie theater seats 1,500 chairs, peoples, right? Yo, tell me why we had 1,200 out of 1,500. You know, my first movie was 2 hours long, and people stand there. I had like a standing ovation. Like, when people was leaving, they were like, when is the next one? Like, when can we find the rest of your work? And then when I was telling people, like, this is my first time doing this, people, they were looking at me like, what? Are you serious? You know, it was like, they was loving it. And then in my head, I'm like, yo, I could do this for the rest of my life. Okay, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was spoiled, like, you know. And then when I did my web series, Life in a Shot, that's when it hit me. Like, it hit me hard. Like, I didn't have the best cast. I had a whole bunch of, it was like, that project, Life in a Shot, like, low-key, I'm being honest with you, like, I kind of lost my passion when I was doing it. Even though that was my best work as far as quality wise, I wasn't happy. You know, like, I was dealing with so much stuff when I did that project. Like, I just didn't want to do it anymore. You know, it was just like, I had wrong people in my ear, and I was just taking advice from people who didn't even make it, you know. And then like it took me a while to realize, like, why am I taking advice from people that's in the same field as me, like on the same level, like, you know, like if I want to take advice, I should take advice from a Spike Lee, Tyler Perry, you know, like filmmakers that made it. Why am I taking advice from actors who never film anything, you know what I'm saying, who's not a filmmaker, who never produced, who don't know anything outside, and you know, and it was like it was so much like headaches. Like I had people that was saying that they was producers and they wasn't producers. It was just like, you know, because a lot of people was like, Manny, you need a team, and it was just like, I'm like, okay. And it was just like it just made it worse for me, you know. Like my first movie, it was just me. I did pretty much 95%, you know, like 90% of the work. You know, Mike was there too, and it was just pretty much me and Mike, you know, versus me and the whole, you know. So it's like I learned anything. The best way to become a great business person, to learn things in business, because they don't teach you this in film school. Like I didn't go to film school. Like I went to business school. Like I got degrees. I got master's degree in business. You know, like in my whole mind, I was like an entrepreneur. Like I tell people, I'm an entrepreneur who also a creative person. You know, so I learned the business like at a very early, and I'm glad that I learned it in the beginning stage. You know, that's the best time to learn things in the beginning stage, so you can sit back and analyze. You know, like I had like these people thought I thought they was my friends, but that wasn't my friends, man. They were just like hustling, tell me what I wanted to hear, for they could be on another project. You know, like these people, like I had people on my set who really didn't even care about the projects, who was, you know what I'm saying, it was just like a whole bunch of stuff. So I learned. Now my whole mindset is totally different. Like this is business, you know. Don't get personal. These people's not your friends, you know. Just keep them as arm lift. Like, hey, we cool. Hey, this is business. You know, that's what you came here. You came here to do business. That's it. We'll laugh and hang out after the project is done. You know, so that was what I was going through. You know, like I was, man, your boy had haters. I mean, I had people that was trying to sabotage my stuff. And then I'm back to how my mindset, like how I did my first movie. And if I decide to get a crew, like I'm gonna get a crew that knows what they're doing, that's passionate about it, that's hungry. You know, instead of dealing with people that's arrogant, like I got this one actor who told me that he put his all into this in my project. I'm like, and I'm just looking at how, dude, you came in 2.5 hours late. You know, like you had the script over 2 months and you didn't know your lines, versus somebody who just got the script like less than 2 hours and killed it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like people just wasn't hungry. Like I was in auditioning people. I was just like, hey, I got a great working relationship. They cool. Hey, want to be in my movie? Like, nah. Like from now on, like when I do my films, audition. Like I'm going back to these casting sites. I'm not relying on Facebook. I'm doing everything right. And another thing, all my projects gonna be SAG. Like I'm getting top people. Like, ooh, like I just can't wait. Like you guys have no idea how I feel about my next project, my next movie, what I want to do. The name of the movie is called Hey. That's all the information you guys gonna get right now. It's called Hey. You know, and the third movie, I get a chance to do it this year. It's called The Brotherhood. You know, so, and the web series, a lot of people always like, Manny, you know, you so funny. Like you got an interesting life. Like when I was doing stand-up comedy for like 4 to 6 years, and like I never wrote none of my material. Like I'm a storyteller, you know. Like I tell people, like I have an interesting life. Like I tell people what's been going on with me, you know. And Like I was talking about people at the job, like people I interact, like how did I get myself in this situation, relationship things. And so a lot of people like, man, you funny as hell. And they were like, man, how long it took you to write this? I'm like, yo, this is true story. And I'm like my best friend, like I got a best friend, her name Brigitte, right? Like I come and tell her about my relationship problem. Like she like, oh, hold on, man, hold on. I gotta get the popcorn because this about to get real. This is funny. This is juicy. And I'm like, yo, I'm over here coming to you about my relationship problem, and all you can think about this is some funny beep. Like, come on, man. Like I need, So a lot of people I would say, Manny, like you need to have your own show. So I'm gonna create a web series. It's called It's Manny's World. So again, that's all you guys gonna know about it. That's all you guys gonna know. So then I got a children's book that oh my God, it's just a lot of stuff that I want to do in life. And I was having a conversation with this young lady last night. Well, this morning, like it's like last night, this morning type, like 1 o'clock, 1 or 2 in the morning. And I was telling her, like, anything you want to do in life, just go ahead and do it. Just be focused. Just do it. Like, don't tell everybody everything. Everybody is not supposed to know everything you do. Just do it. Just like have that tunnel vision. Focus and be persistent. And you know that. And then just continue doing, execute. If you're not working on your craft, like get books, how to get better, learn stuff. I had a chance to go to film school. I got accepted to a film school, and I turned it down because honestly, a lot of people like, man, why you turned down going to film school and you're filming? The reason why I turned down going to film school, and this got down the truth, I was only going to film school just to get some free equipment. Like the film school that they was giving me a free laptop, all the programs that I need, the equipments, like literally everything that I need to become a successful filmmaker. But it was just like, then I had to think about it, it's like brand new equipments and more school loans versus go on YouTube, going on these other sites that I could learn everything in school and the business sides, and just not worry about no school loans and just pay the equipment that I need. Like I need a new laptop, just go ahead and buy it. Like versus, and then it's like it's not really free. They just add into your tuition. So in your head you thinking it's free until you get that school loan. Then you got to pay that. You got to pay Sally Mae, and everybody who's dealing with Sally Mae knows she ain't playing. So you got to pay Sally Mae. Because if you don't pay Sally Mae, if you think you gonna get that big old refund tax, Sally Mae gonna get that. She gonna cop that. And she did that to me one time, and I'm like, yo, I'm paying. Like literally, I was hurt when Sally Mae, the school loan, took my money, my tax money. I was like depressed, like and then everybody that knows, like they taxed the crap out of me. And I'm thinking like, hey, they're gonna give me a whole bunch of refund. And then when I did my tax, because I do my own taxes, and I'm looking at like, whoa, I'm gonna get a lot of money. And then so until I found out Sally Mae took that money, I was like, what? Come on! I was gonna pay y'all back. Like, how you gonna do a player like that? Like, come on, like why? So it's just like, hey, I'm paying my school loans and everything. So I don't want to add more to my school loans. I got like personal goals that I want to do. I have a young, beautiful son. Like that is my inspiration, my motivation. Like I look at my son. His name is Trenton, by the way. He'll be 4 on March 19th, and he's my everything, you guys. Like, you guys have no idea. It's just like when having a child actually do change you. Like he made me become a better man. He made me become more responsible. Make me more focused. Like I got, a lot of times how I get focused is like when somebody write me off or saying that I can't do things. Like I had a best friend. Like I came to her and say, hey, I'm interested in doing a movie. She chewed me down for like 20, 30 minutes on the phone. Like, who the hell you think you are? Like, you not know film. You got people who write, who went to film and blah, blah, this, blah, blah, this, and they didn't make it. What make you think, like, she like, yo, stick to your 9-to-5 job. And I was so determined to prove her wrong. And when I proved her wrong, I rubbed it in her face like, what? I did it. And so to have a son who looks up to you, like literally, like I got YouTube channels. My YouTube channels, I talk about sports. Like I edit videos. I'm also, like I said, I'm a photographer and I edit pictures. And when my son is with me, he'll come down to the studio and he'll just sit right next to me and he just watch everything I do. One day I couldn't find no sitter. Like my mom couldn't watch him and I had to shoot a scene, and so I brought him on shoot, and he was just watching his dad doing, following his dream. And that is the best lesson to have your kids see the things that you passionate about. So it could be innate. I understand he's young, but it's just like while he's seeing daddy doing the things daddy loved to do, daddy is more passionate. Like one of the stuff, like he saw my YouTube and I loaded up on my TV and he like, daddy is on TV, look. And he went and told my mom. He like, grandma, I saw daddy on TV. Like just to see his reaction, his happy. He like, oh wow, daddy's on TV. Man, I cried. I was like, tears just come down just to see my son all excited seeing daddy's on TV. And I'm determined. Like I got that fire. Like I'm determined to do it. Like my goal as a father is to make sure that my son had a better life than I did. Like I didn't grow up with everything. Like, man, I ain't gonna lie. Everything that I had to do in life, I had to work for it. Like it was nothing easy. It was nothing cheap. So for me to become successful and happy, like I'm not content. Like I'm not. This is like a stepping stool. Like I don't know what you guys religion is or belief in, but I believe in God. Like if it wasn't for God, like that's who I thank the most. Like God is just blessing me with everything that I want to do. He's like giving you the tools, and it's like, man, I've been putting him first, and I'm just been happy. And what can I say? So I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. So go ahead, listen to this music playing in the background. So I'll be right back, you guys. All right. Yeah. Shake your body. Shake your body. Alright, you guys, I'm back. Yeah, like, yeah, it's just, I'm good, you know, like, I'm happy, you know, I'm enjoying doing this podcast. Like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, you know, like, yo, let me tell you about these dreams that I had, you guys. Man, so one dream that I had, and I'm gonna tell you out the whole detail. Like, I don't know, I was just walking down the street, and so I just seen the house that was open. The door was open. I don't know why did I walk in, and I just walk in, and I was like, hello, and it was Whoopi Goldberg, you know, and we sat, just talk about life, and then I woke up. Then another dream that I had was I was like on the Tonight Show or the Late Night Show, whatever, like those shows that comes late at night. And I think it was Jimmy Fallon. And so he was like, ladies and gentlemen, got the hottest star in the entertainment. Bring him on stage. Welcome Emmanuel Martha. So I'm coming in, waving it like, hey, you know. So it was like, so I'm sitting down, like I'm all excited on the couch, and he asked me this question. He was like, Emmanuel, so, oh, this beat is nice. Oh, okay. So he was like, Emmanuel, how does it feel to have 6 shows on TV? And I just started laughing. I was like, technically I got 7 shows, but who counted? And I was saying, like, it was like, whoa. And it felt so real. You know, like my goal in life to have TV shows and to make movies, you know, like how Will Smith and Martin Lawrence did it. You know, that they was doing their TV shows and they was also making movies. You know what I'm saying? In the same year, like I want to do that. You know, and the other dream that I had was I was at home. Somebody called me and say, "Hey, is this Emmanuel Martha?" I'm like, "Hey, yeah, this he." And he's like, "We are executive producers, and we would like to fly you to New York to meet with you." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And they was like, "Can you give us your email address so we could send you the plane tickets and everything?" So I gave them the email, and they gave me the itinerary. It was like, "Whoa, I do got a plane ticket." Like, okay. So I flew to New York. Everybody that knows me, I love New York, but my heart is in Canada. Like, I'm going to move in Toronto, like, one day, and I'm gonna live there. And so it was just very attractive woman, African American woman. She's like, "Emmanuel Martha?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, come follow me. Your party is waiting for you." So I'm like, okay. So I'm walking her to the elevator. You know, I'm behind, and I ain't gonna lie, she was fine. I was checking her out, you know, looking at her body too. And so we got in the elevator. We went down, got out the elevator. I walked to the room, and it was just a whole bunch of white people, you know. And so they was all seated facing me, and they was like, "You can sit here." And I was like, "Okay." And I'm like, okay, what is going on, you know? And found out that they was all TV executive, and they fighting to have my shows on a TV show. And like it was like a what's the stuff called? The Wall Street. You know, when those people's trying to like, you know, at the Wall Street, like with those papers. And then I'm sitting back and just relaxed, got my feet on the type of table, and I'm just trying to see who's gonna give me the best deal. You know, the most money and the most control of my show, you know. So while they fighting to have my shows on network, I got a phone call it was a New York number. So I was like, "Hello," and he was like, "Manny baby." I was like, "Yeah, this he. Who's this?" He was like, "This Hove." I was like, "Jay-Z." He was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, hey, what's up? You know, and I'm looking at it like, okay, this must be a prank. Cause this dude sound like Jay-Z. So he was like, I heard you in town. Won't you come up to my mansion? I got a car out there waiting on you. So I'm like, okay, yeah. So I got in the car. It was Bentley car. The driver drove me to the mansion, and him and Beyonce was sitting in the living room. So like Jay-Z was sitting on the left end of the couch, and then Beyonce was sitting on the right hand of the couch, and I was sitting in the across from them in the middle. It was like a triangle, and so Jay-Z was trying to sign me to Rock Nation. So I'm like, they talking to me, and I'm like, well, okay, cool. So he gave me the contract, and I don't know if I signed it or not, I don't know. And so next thing I know, he took me out to the Yankees game. We watched the Yankees, then we watched the Knicks play. And so, like, I'm having a great time just hanging out with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z and Beyonce just chilling. We having fun. I'm like, man, they know how to pitch a good game. Like how to get your boy interested in working with them. And then I got a phone call. It was a Atlanta area phone number. So I was like, hello? And I was like, hey, is this Emmanuel Marthal? I was like, yeah, this he. Who's this? And I was like, Emmanuel, would you be interested in coming to Atlanta and meet with us in the morning? We got a plane tickets, and we have a car waiting to drive you to the airport and pick you up from the airport and bring you to us. So in my head, I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm having a great day. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do this. Okay, cool. So woke up in the morning out of my hotel room. It was a driver was driving a Rolls Royce, a black silk Rolls Royce. Drove me to the airport. Took the plane from JFK Airport to Atlanta. Got off the plane, and another black Rolls Royce drove me to this big old mansion in Atlanta. So I'm like, wow, who house is this? And so I'm telling the driver, I'm like, hey driver, where I'm going? Who I'm gonna visit? He like, sir, just sit back and just relax. You're gonna have fun. I'm like, okay, cool. All right. And so drove me to the house, and so like he, hold my suitcase and everything, walked me to the house, and the door just like open. It was like a big old door, like a castle type house. And I walked in, and I'm looking at like, wow. Like, this the type of house that I want to live in. Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, who live in this house? And then out of nowhere, it was Oprah Winfrey. She just ran out of nowhere. She like, he's in the building. She just ran to me and hugged me. And I'm like, oh, hey. And I'm like, this Oprah crib? You know what I'm saying? And then Tyler Perry came out. And he was like, good morning, Emmanuel Marthal. Tyler Perry, did his Tyler Perry speech, and he shook, he shook my hand, and he was saying that he loves my work and they want to work with me. Oprah is saying that she want to fund me, and I'm like, what? And I look at the newspaper. I forgot the dates of the newspaper. That's the killing part. I don't know. I don't know if it was 2020. Like, I think it was 2020. And I don't know. And next thing I knew, I woke up. And yeah, I mean, these dreams that I have, you guys, like, felt so real. And so I know for a fact that I'm destined to make it. Like, a lot of people laugh at me. A lot of people say he won't make it. But it just like, I blocked them out because I'm already determined that I'm gonna make it, and everybody that knows me knows I'm gonna make it. I'm focused, that's my goal, being focused, everybody. And yeah, like that's the dreams that I've been having like lately, and they just been feeling so real. And Like, then the other dream that I had my own business people, like partners. Like it was like 6 other people, and different race. Like one dude was Indian. I had a couple white people, white guy, white girl, black people. It was like different race, and they was like my business partner. Like I was the head person, and then I had my own crew, you know. And then we was like, we were just filming and producing, and it was just like, it was fun and exciting. It was just, you know, just doing the things that I love to do. It's like, wow, you know. So right now I'm working on my website. So a website is coming up soon. So the website is gonna showcase all my work that I have done. Like from all my videos on YouTube is laugh episodes, my open windows, life in the shy, just all my social media. Is just like, yeah. If you guys on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. Emmanuel Marthal is EMMANUEL MARTHOL. Follow me on Facebook. My Facebook, I got Life of a Filmmaker fan page, and yeah, my goal is I always tell people that I'm a student. So I'm constantly learning everything that I want to do in life, and I'm just soaking all the information and just constantly just getting better. That is my goal, is to get better. Like my personal overall long-term goal is to be the best of the best, hands down. Like when I do my films, I'm doing every genre. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like people like, damn, dude, what can't you do? And I'm like, I don't know. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. You know, like I'm on tack mode. Your love is a miracle. Man, that beat is so cold. So yeah, so you guys, that's my take. Thank you guys for sitting, watching, and listening to me. I mean, well, you're not watching it, but wherever you guys at, thank you for listening to my podcast. Listen to me, and please, everybody, share my podcast with everybody. Let more people, like, please like, comment, subscribe, and invite other people. Tell everybody about me. And again, every Wednesday or Thursday, I will be doing my podcast, Life of a Filmmaker and Photographer. So that's my take, and see you guys next week. Love you guys. One love, 2 fingers, and I'm out. Peace. Your love is a miracle. To sustain gain, but nothing would ever go my way without losing something that was greater than anything in my own plan. I got lost, I lost the match, but you know, I know, we know that your love is a miracle.